Welcome guys to another video here on the Man United Daily YouTube web channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some transfer rumours that has been going around during the media this week. And one story that has been catching and been running for a while now that I've been catching on is the Luke Shaw story. As you guys know, I've been touting Luke Shaw as the left back we should have gone for instead of Leighton Baines last summer. Obviously we didn't come to fruition with the Leighton Baines deal either, but I said always that Luke Shaw should have been the left back we're looking to deal with, and it looks like now that the club is targeting Shaw, and it looks like we're going to be the front runner for his signature this summer. Luke Shaw, I think a lot of you guys who follow the Premier League will know who he is now. 18-year-old from Southampton, and you know he's a boyhood Chelsea fan, but with the potential advertisement that he's going to be the first choice left back at United, with the possible outgoing of Patrice Evra, is a big lure for Luke Shaw to our club. The fee being touted at £30 million for around 100,000 a week in wages, and I think for what it's worth, I think he could be a potentially a very good signing. Obviously, it's very much like the David De Gea deal. I think that we are and are willing to invest in the best young talent, and in order to secure them for the next decade or so, our club playing first choice football. And sure, I think he has all the pedigree and ability to succeed at United. I think he's going forward wise, he's very good, and offensively he's very aware for a player of such a young age. And obviously Patrice Evra looks like he's going to be departing, but I wouldn't be against the idea of Patrice Evra staying for 1 or 2 years in order to give Luke Shaw the guidance he probably needs, and give him a bit of respite when he's under pressure or whatever else, because if you remember the first scene with David De Gea, a lot of people had, including Salex actually, had asked if Van der Sar would stay on for another season as a potential mentor for him, but we saw that at times De Gea kind of like suffered during his first season, I think because of that lack of experience. But Luke Shaw, he's played in his country for his whole professional, top tier football, so I think that could be a smoother transition than David De Gea's. But again, I think Luke Shaw, fantastic prospect, and I do think for £30 million for the service you're going to get out of him, for the 10-15 years or so, then I think it will be a worthy investment for the long run. And Luke Shaw, I think he has all the ability to really nail down and become a legend at United if we do sign him, and it looks like it's going to be happening. So I do hope that whoever the new manager is, tie him down as soon as possible, because he is a fantastic prospect and will resolve a major problem area at left back for us for the next decade, like I said. So I think for out of 10, for the possibility of happening, I would say a 7 or even an 8. Yeah, I'll say an 8 out of 10 for the Luke Shaw deal. What do you guys make of Luke Shaw? Do you think I'm overly optimistic about the potential deal or not? Leave your comment below on this very transfer, guys. And the next one is to do with Edinson Cavani. It's a bit strange for me talking about another striker, because it's been making a lot of credible journalists writing about this story, but I don't see the logic in it myself, because up front we're not short of quality strikers. Van Persie, Rooney, Welbeck and Chicharito, who all are fantastic strikers in an offer a little bit different from one another. So I think that is a good mix of strikers we have right now. But the Cavani deal is really striking to me, because Cavani obviously playing out of position at PSG and he's not happy about it. But if Louis van Gaal does take over, where would he play? Because Van Persie surely will get the kind of like teacher's pet treatment, as you say, where he's going to be central to the attacking lineup at a part of Van Gaal's 4-3-3. So Cavani, if he does come over the channel, then he will be playing our position as well. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense to me personally, but it's been making the rounds during this week where potentially Cavani comes and we sell Rooney, but again, I do think Rooney is a better all-round footballer than Cavani, and would offer a little bit more as well. But the fee being touted is £57 million. I really don't think Cavani is really necessary. I would rather pay £57 million and invest it in a central midfielder or a world-class winger. So that doesn't really make sense to me as much as other stories, including central midfielder players, which I will be talking in a minute or so. But Edinson Cavani, fantastic goal scoring record, fantastic player as a striker, but I really don't think that we need him. So out of this one, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I don't think it's really a concern area for United, and I would be really, well, it's a bit weird saying I'll be gutted to see him, but like again, I would rather invest that money on another area. And the next player I think we should talk about is Toni Kroos. Obviously, a lot of people, a lot of United supporters, I should say, have been looking at him, obviously during the two leg matches against Bayern Munich. But I think since that rumour that this could be possible, then I think a lot of people has been watching him a lot more. Toni Kroos, fantastic player, all-rounded, right foot, left foot. He can play as a number 6 sitting midfielder, number 8 a two-man midfield, or even a number 10. So he has a fantastic variety of skills and talent in order to fit in any team. I was a bit surprised to be hearing this, kind of like transfer rumour about Toni Kroos, because I thought he was such an essential player for Bayern Munich. But again, there is a situation regarding his contract where Bayern Munich are not willing to, overpay the odds to retain him for his services, which I don't get it, because he's 24, about to get in the prime of his career, which if he improves any more, he could be a potentially the best central midfield player out there because of his overall technique. So I think Toni Kroos, fantastic player. The contract, I think we would be offering 200 grand plus, and that wouldn't be even a flinch at United, because we are a club who are financially stable, albeit with the debt from the Glazers, but we are able to pay over 200 grand a week if needed. And I think Toni Kroos, if we have any chance of even getting him, I think then we should spend as much money as possible, because he would resolve one of the major issue of this United team, and it's the lack of quality in central midfield. He could be in a 3-man midfield with Carrick himself and Cleverley in Van Gaal's 4-3-3, or he could be one of the more attacking players. And so Toni Kroos, if we do even have a sniff of a chance of getting him, I think we should throw all of the money at him in order to lure him. And he's worked at Van Gaal. Van Gaal was the man who has attracted or promoted Toni Kroos, should I say, to the first team of Bayern Munich. So that will be a connection there. Will be interesting to see how this story pans out. I would give this one a 5 out of 10, because there are so many elements and difficulties to go through in order to achieve it. And the fee being touted, I think, for £13 million, and like I said, 200 grand plus a week. But I think if we do get him for 35-40 million pounds, I think that'll be a steal for a player of this potential, of this age as well. So Toni Kroos will be a fantastic signing. So I said, if we do even have a sniff, then I think we all, and Ed Woodward especially, should commit himself in order to pursue it, like the Juan Mata deal, because he'll be solving a lot of, and ease a lot of the fears surrounding that central midfield area of United. And the last player I want to talk about is Kroos' teammate at Bayern Munich. It's Thomas Müller. Daily Mail, not the most credible source in the world, but has been touted that Thomas Müller is willing to, come to Man United if Louis van Gaal was to take over here, because of the connection where Van Gaal promoted Müller to the first team. Müller has been, growing more and more impatient with the Guardiola style, where he's been, sitting on the bench for the past few months. So that could be again a potential factor in this transfer. The fee, I'm not clear as to where the fee is. I'm guessing around £35 million again. And Müller what he brings is a lot of pace, but he has a fantastic, goal scoring record. He brings a lot of pace, determination, and passion, which I think sometimes lacks. He can play in a variety of positions, out wide, left or right, and also through the middle. So he brings a lot of versatility, as does Tony Kroos. And with their Van Gaal connection, it brings us more of a credible transfer prospect for a lot of these top players, because they know Van Gaal's record and all worked with him in the past. So I think that could be a potential factor as well. I don't think we will have any limits as to the transfer fee this summer, so he'll be well within the budget. But again, it's just his willing or intention to come is the potential problem here. But again, I think I'll give this a 4 out of 10. I think it could potentially be happening, but it'll be dependent on how he feels and whether he wants to leave his home club and to pursue another club career with his favourite mentor. So it could be an interesting one. I would welcome it because of the pace and quality that Müller would add to the wide area. So yeah, keep an eye out for this one because it could become interesting. So I think overall, just to wrap up, I think although I've just gone through a few players, there will be a fantastic amount of rumours and news this summer, because United know they have a big rebuilding job, and with the budget being touted around £200 million, we expect a few new faces this summer. So I'll be bringing you guys a lot more videos, hopefully, of the potential transfers and also confirmed transfers, hopefully, of these world-class stars. So there you guys have it for another video. You can follow me on Twitter at Man United Daily. Check me out at manuniteddaily.com, or you can give me an email at manuniteddaily@gmail.com. Again, thanks for watching this video. You can give me a thumbs up, comment below on any of the players, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.